Most families can relate to having a box of Hamburger Helper in the pantry or cabinet because it's quick, it's easy, everything is all in the box. All you have to do is add meat and then there you go. We're going to go ahead and add this Hamburger Helper lasagna to our How to Upgrade Box Food series, where we take all of our classic box foods that we get tired of eating on a regular basis and upgraded them. We're going to turn this everyday box lasagna into this baked homemade cheesy lasagna, hot and ready right out the oven, that looks like we done slaved all day. The meat that we're going to use today for our lasagna, we're going to use some beef kielbasa sausage, and then we have some ground beef here. We're going to go ahead and get this meat in the pan and get it all browned up. So most of the times when we do get Hamburger Helper, we like the ground beef ones, like the crunchy taco or the Philly cheesesteak one. So let us know if y'all grew up on Hamburger Helper and what's your favorite box. So I finished browning the meat, and then I went on ahead and drained all that grease off, and then now we can season it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this hamburger seasoning to it. It's so good. And we're gonna make sure we season this beef good. It's about 2 pounds of beef. And then we have our staple items, our garlic powder, some adobo. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and whip it up good and stir it up good. Get it all nice and incorporated. And we're going to go ahead and just sit this to the side. Just put it in the bowl. And we're going to go ahead and start working on the sausage. Now, if you like your lasagna meaty like ours, that's why I'm going to go ahead and add this extra meat to it, this sausage. But do y'all like y'all lasagna more cheesier or more meatier? I'm going to go ahead and finish slicing this sausage up, and then we're going to slice it in half. But you really can just do it your own. If you want to leave them whole like that, do your thing. And you don't have to waste a bunch of dishes. We're going to use the same pan that we just cooked the ground beef in. And we're going to go ahead and brown our sausage up. I'm going to add a little bit of oil so that way we can get that nice crispiness on that sausage. And it's not going to take this sausage too long to cook it all, because all we're going to do is just crisp up the outside of it. And this sausage is looking good. I went on ahead and just chopped it down just a little bit smaller to make it bite-sized pieces. But this is almost done. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the best part of the homemade lasagna, is the cheese sauce filling. This garlic and herb flavor is going to add the perfect touch to our lasagna. And then the best part is they come individually wrapped, so you can just eat these on its own like it's just chips or something. Y'all, they taste so good. It reminds you of cream cheese. Now take a look at this golden brown sausage. Whew! That's exactly what you want to see. Just went on ahead and drained it out the grease. We're going to go ahead and add it right to the same pan with the ground beef and just let it sit to the side until we're ready for the meat part. Now, this is the part where curiosity kills the cat. I know y'all like, well, what's the point of cooking the Hamburger Helper if you're still going to turn it into a lasagna? So the concept is to use the box Hamburger Helper as the lasagna noodle layer. Instead of us having to boil the lasagna noodles on the side separately, we're just going to make the box regular way, and we're going to layer it our way in the pan with our meat and our cheese and bake it. Genius, right? I know, y'all. Instead of adding regular water like the box recommends, we're going to add beef stock and some milk. Just follow the directions on the box, and we're going to go ahead and give it a good old stir. So after I realized how much hamburger meat I cooked, I went on ahead and just added some to this part like you normally would in your regular Hamburger Helper recipe. And the rest of the meat, we'll save it once we layer everything together in our baking dish. Now, mind you, we are going to put these noodles in the oven, so try not to cook the noodles all the way to the end as the box recommends, because you don't want to have your noodles too soft after we take them out the oven. Okay, so we're back to the cheese sauce. Now, if you have made a lasagna before, you know that the best part is the cheese filling inside. And let me just show you a picture here just to remind you. So we have this ricotta cheese that's going to go in with our garlic and herb cheese spread. And then we're going to add an egg to help bind this all together. And this is our sauce right here. So we're going to go ahead and whip this together, make it nice and smooth with no lumps. And this is going to add that nice creamy texture to the lasagna and just make it so scrumptious. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. It's coming together. Now, when you make lasagna, it's nothing to it but to just layer on top of layer. Now, as you can see, if you was going to eat this by yourself, this is how it would look. This is the part where we're going to remix it and make it our own. Okay, so now we're going to go in with some more meat, because if you like us and you want your lasagna more meaty, then this is the part you're going to add the more meat. And then we're going to go in with our ricotta cheese mixture. Now this part I did underestimate the ricotta cheese filling. In the future, when I decide to make lasagna again, I would definitely get 2 things of those Laughing Cow cheeses, because I kind of wish I had more cheese filling, but it's okay. We're going to work with what we got. Now, once we add the bottom layer of ricotta cheese, we're going to go in with some mozzarella cheese, y'all. It's nothing like a good cheesy lasagna. So that way, when you cut it and you pull it apart, ooh, it's just like that macaroni and cheese goodness. We're going to do the same thing right over here. Now, from here, we just going to go ahead and layer it up again. We're going to go ahead and take some of that lasagna box mix. And then we definitely have to hit it a couple more times with that meat mixture. If you don't want as much meat, then don't add it, y'all. And then we're going to put the rest of our ricotta cheese mixture. And I hope you scraped all of that ricotta cheese mixture out your bowl, because we're going to need it. And then we're going to go in with our last layer of mozzarella cheese. And then we're going to add the final layer of lasagna noodles. But this wouldn't be an official baked lasagna if we didn't add that cheddar cheese on top. So once it come out the oven nice and hot and bubbly, ooh, you're going to end up burning your mouth because it's so cheesy and delicious. Now I'm going to go ahead and heat my oven up to 375 to go ahead and get this baby ready to bake up. Now, anytime that I'm using this cast iron Dutch oven, I like to put a sheet pan under it, because I don't have time for no mess. Because if anything spill in your stove, that's going to be a hot, cheesy, burnt mess. And we don't got time for that, y'all. After 25 minutes, we went on ahead and took the top off of it and let that cheese get nice and brown. And this is what she looks like. This is one of those dishes where you have that crazy idea and you tempted enough to go ahead and try it, and you actually execute it, and it comes out looking amazing. And that's what our upgraded box food series is all about. And just to name a few, we have some Fruity Pebbles French toast at the top, some Jiffy cornbread hush puppies, some frozen meatballs turned into Salisbury steak, and a strawberry lemonade 4-layer cake. So at this point, y'all, I know it's tempting, but before you cut into your lasagna, let it sit for about 5 minutes so it can come together. And then after that 5 minutes, it's on you. Go ahead and dig in and enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and fix Daddy a plate so he can tell y'all what this lasagna tastes like. And I can't wait for his reaction.
Alright, look at that. Let's taste this bad boy. That's pretty good.
No cap.
No cap. That's good. For a creation meal.
So it tastes like hamburger helper.
Yeah, it's still hamburger helper though.
But
a jazzed up version.
Yes.
I'm gonna sit down and finish this, y'all. So go ahead. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Tell your mama, tell your friends, tell your co-workers, tell your twins. We out.